everyone, this is me. So I'm starting to get back into the swing of things with my friend, Sean, who I have nicknamed Dominic Turo. Since he nicknamed me Letty, what's a Letty good for if she doesn't have her Dominic? Um, so my friend Sean is my Dominic Toretto. Um, him and I are very, very good friends. Um, and he made a video today, um, on life paths. Um, and he had lost his dad. I was very close to his dad as well. Um, so I know what he's going through still to this day. Um, and he made a good point. You don't know when you're going to go, which he played off my video with. On this video, I named it "Don't Sweat the Small Stuff." Subtitled it "Change What You Can Control." So this is uh, off of his current video, and go check him out under Sean Davis. Um, so when you go through life and you're making these choices in your life, these good or bad choices, they will make you the person who you are today, not in the future, and today, and not in the past. So when you go through life, don't regret anything. And don't be with the coulda, shoulda, wouldas, because you can't change the past. However, you can change what you can control. Um, a lot like the weather. You can't change the weather because you can't control it. Some situations you can change in an instant because you can control said situation. Um, like if you go and started having a heated discussion which turns into an argument with a friend, and you choose to um, throw a punch at them because you disagreed with what they said. You can change that outcome from punching somebody to just walking away. Be the bigger person and walk away. When you walk away, that's good karma, and good karma comes back to you twice as hard as bad karma. But bad karma hits you twice as worse. Um, so yeah. Always change what you can control. You can change yourself because you can control that. You can control addiction. You can control your feelings. You can control who's in your life. Um, you can control an outcome of a relationship, whether it being whether it having a choice. What it all comes down to is you have choices in life, and you need a support system of good friends, not fake friends. Friends that will have your back. You're down to the end friends, and not just someone who says they're gonna have your back and then doesn't. And and whether the outcome is, don't whine about it because you're the one who could have prevented it. Um, so in life, be picky on who you let into your world and who you trust, because the person that you think you know the best, you might not, and they could be the one they can be the first to put a knife in your back. Trust nobody unless they're your best friends. You're down to the end friends. Like my friend Sean, he's one of those type of friends. He's gonna be there for me no matter what, no matter how mad we get at each other, no matter how long we stop talking to each other. If I was in trouble and I needed somebody, I could call Sean at a moment's notice, and he'd be there if he could. If it's a situation that he could be actually physically be there for me, he would be. So always be there for your true blue friends because they're gonna have your back in the end. Never trust anybody else. Don't trust the people who seem like your friend, but they're not. Don't get played by anybody. Don't get played as a fool by anybody. And you'll be alright. Always, if you're stuck and you think you don't have anybody there to guide you out of a situation, call your friends, your best friends, your small circle friends, and they'll get you through said situation. But don't just sit there and whine about a situation and do nothing about it. What kind of example are you going to set for other people? In life, you want to set a good example for people, even for people you don't know, for kids you don't know. You need to be a good example and make a good example for everybody else. If not, for yourself. Be an example for yourself. Look up to an idol, whether it be a WWE star or a champion or a rock star or your cousins or your mom and dad. Look up to somebody. And don't always go on what other people say. Get others' opinions, and when it comes down to it, things that work for one person may not work for you. But it's always good to have that opinion and that idea when you can figure out what's good for you. You can mix and match ideas for something that will work for you, whether it be in the kitchen, in your life, somewhere later down in the future. But don't sweat the small stuff. The small stuff, the list that you make in your head, the stuff that has to be done but it can wait. Don't sweat that. Do the most important things in your life first. But don't put a lot of pressure on yourself either. Relax. Give yourself a few minutes of peace and quiet. But keep in mind, you can only change what you can control. Have a good night.